Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. It's nice to be spending a day in my craft room today. I had COVID at the weekend, so thanks to everyone on Instagram who wished me well. I took a lateral flow this morning and I am fine. All negative again, so thank goodness for that. I feel a lot better as well. I just felt like I had a really bad head cold at the weekend and wasn't well at all. And I didn't even find out till Monday that it was actually COVID. But I'm all well now, so here I am, just starting today's bit of journaling. I'm using some Jane Davenport watercolours to just squish I should say, some watercolours onto the background of my page. Nice summery blue and yellow because the weather's been so hot. Not so hot down in Cornwall, I don't think, as it's been for the rest of you in the UK, but still really hot at night and terrible, can't sleep. Just giving it a quick dry with my heat gun. And cutting out some bits of collage. I think that Tuesday is Lovelin's Life from her collage sheets. The 19 is from Pocket Journal Pam, and the monster is Courtney Diaz. Just printed off some photographs, so I'm just chopping them up. Actually, the one of the two girls there is my daughter and her friend at the Eden Project, and as you can see, that was a few days ago. I did print a photo, but it was only on paper, so this was an actual photo paper one, so I just stick it over the top. First of all though, you can't really read what that says, but it's a printout of the text that the NHS send you when you have a positive COVID test. So I've just printed that off to stick in. So I've just gone back a few days to get that done. That paper pad is, oh gosh, I'm trying to look on there. Cosmo Cricket from, I don't know, probably about 10 years ago. I've got a few bits of paper left over from my scrapbooking days and I just use anything that matches. So I'm just going to tip that in. Just using some Scotch tape. And now I'm sticking my daughter's photograph just over the top of the paper one I put in there. Just thought it might last a little bit longer. And as I had a bit of space left on the 10 by 15 little bit of paper, the photo sized paper, 4 by 6 that I was printing, I put it on there and printed it. Right, back to the current journaling. Just having a little plan, see where I might put things. That Wednesday is, I think that's Little Raven Ink, Courtney Diaz as well. They're my absolute favourite days of the week. I have to try not to use them all the time. The girl there in the corner is by James L. Burke, again from his collage sheets. I spent last night sorting out my collage sheet drawer. It's all still in the drawer, but I think you'll see later in the video I've actually segregated them into the artists because I do get really confused about who did what some of the time. I will still get confused with the days of the week and the numbers and the months because I cut them up and put them into another folder and I always forget whose is whose. This is a tiny little sticker of a piece of ink and I was having trouble getting the back off of it. Just gluing and sticking. I was trying to work out who did this tired last night. I think it may be Kay-Ann from Victory Road. I'm just cutting out this little rainbow. This is something that I did on Procreate. The journal word, again, something that I did myself. As are the little journaling spots you can see behind these ones. I'm going to cut the sun out and use. And these I watercoloured and scanned. Again, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I spent last week reorganising my craft room. I got a new Alex straw unit from IKEA, the wide one, but oh my goodness, it was a nightmare. It must have taken me about 5 days, full days, organising to get everything how I want it. But now I have to say my craft room's the best I've ever had it since I've been in this house anyway, so I'm really happy with it. I always glue and stick and get everything how I want it, and then sort of write around it and then fill in little gaps at the end. This is an Ecoline brush marker, which I use quite a lot just to create a border. It's really quick and easy, nice, fat and juicy. I think I said in a previous video that I always use, oh my goodness, I can't even remember the name now. I've got to have a look. Oh yeah, a Pentel Energel permanent pen to do all of my journaling. But I've recently bought some carbon ink, which is permanent, for my fountain pen, and I'm trying that out. I'm actually really enjoying using that. The writing it's an extra fine nib, but it's actually a little bit thicker than the Pentel, a little bit blacker, and because it's carbon ink, it's waterproof and it dries really quickly. When you're buying it, be careful if you do go to buy some carbon ink. Don't buy ink that's carbon black, just the colour. The ink has to be actually carbon ink. I got mine on Amazon. I'm really loving it though. I just want to write all the time. I'm just getting my journal out. I can't remember what I was writing about. I can't see it. Oh, I was just writing about how hot it is. That it's not quite so hot in Cornwall, but yeah, it's been absolutely scorching elsewhere. Still scorching here, but not the hottest day ever. I'm just writing about my ink and saying that I really was glad to get to bed. Although I was beginning to feel better from the COVID on Tuesday, I still felt quite rough. Flicking through my stickers to see if there's anything I can put on. I put a little rainy one there because we did have a thundery shower during the day. Put that YouTube sticker on, but I took it back off again later because I didn't like it. Well, I like the sticker, but I didn't like how it looked. Just didn't like the red pop there. That's just a little sticker of somebody with a shocked face because it was so hot. Just adding a little bit of doodling to fill in some gaps. There we go, taking off the YouTube sticker. It's still stuck on my little pen unit here. Didn't use it at all in the end. I'm trying out a microphone instead of the internal microphone on the Mac, so hopefully the sound might be a bit better today. I was just testing my fountain pen on the same paper as I print those journaling spots, because some paper it sort of feathers, doesn't it, and I didn't want that to happen straight onto my journal after I'd stuck them in, so I was making sure it would be okay. That's happened to me too many times. A pen is a TWSBI fountain pen, a Diamond 580 in the rose gold and smoke colour. I absolutely love it. I've got another TWSBI which I had in the fine nib, and I thought I would risk it in the extra fine nib this time. Then I really, really like it. It's my favourite pen now. It's not extremely fine. I think I watched a video on YouTube where somebody was comparing them, and they were saying that it was about a 0.3, which I was happy with. I don't think so. I think it's slightly thicker than that. It probably writes about the same as well, like I said, the Pentel Energel. It's about the same as that, maybe even slightly thicker, and the Pentel Energel I was using is 0.5. It does dry quickly, but I'm having to make sure that I don't stick my hand straight on it. But it is literally seconds, about 20 seconds, and it's dry. Just putting a book there to rest my hand. I can't write at the end of the page. I was just writing a little bit about the Tory leadership campaign there. I don't put much about the news in my diary, but I think it's nice to put some important things so that you know what was happening and what you were doing at the time things were happening. It'll be interesting in the future. Again, just a few little bits of doodling. Using my dot marker there to put some dots. Ooh, I thought that page was finished, but not quite. It's a bit of a marathon session today. I do a little bit. I was so enjoying it, just sitting in my craft room, that I do start to do today's page as well, even though it's only lunchtime. Just adding a little bit of sparkle Mod Podge. I always keep a little bit of cling film over the top of my Mod Podge. Ugh, gosh, can't say it. Underneath the lid. It stops it drying out, I find, and keeps the lid nice and clean. Right, that's dry. This is my folder where I keep all my days and dates. Probably seen it before. So I'm choosing my days and my numbers. Actually cut a few more up and organised them last night. Whilst I was watching TV, we're watching The Boys on Amazon Prime. Really enjoying it actually, but oh my goodness, some of it is a little bit violent. I have to turn my head away. And anything to do with eyes, I can't watch that at all. I can't even watch a normal eye on the TV, let alone when somebody's doing something horrible. So I have to cover my face and tell my husband when I can look again. Yeah, like I said, I rearranged my craft room, so I've had to put my what's it called, tripod thing where I put my phone to record in a different place, so it's looking okay. Might try a different area next time. Just drew around the edge of the page with an Ecoline marker and then washed it out with some water. My daughter's staying at my sister-in-law's this week. She's got work experience, and my sister-in-law owns a nursery, so she's working there. But it seems really strange without her around the house this week. I'm missing her. Mind you, it's quite good she wasn't here while I got COVID. That's a photograph I took this morning of me, my hand holding the negative COVID lateral flow test. I was supposed to be meeting all of Mark's workmates this morning, going for a breakfast at a local restaurant, and obviously I couldn't go, so he had to go on his own. I was quite sad about that, but it's our 30th wedding anniversary on Sunday. I think Sunday the 24th. Yeah, so on Saturday night we're going out to, I say a local pub, it is a pub, but it's a lovely restaurant as well, to have something to eat with my sister and brother-in-law, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to go. It looks like I probably will, as long as I get another negative COVID test. I'm cutting out this cat reading a book, which is I think quite an old pocket journal Pam picture from our collage sheets, and the other one, the girl in the cup, is Kay-Anne again. I know I'll be finishing a book tonight, and that's why I put that one there. I've got about 3% to read, but I just couldn't stay awake last night. And that's how I feel today. Just slop in a teacup. Go and have a snooze in a minute. I always have a snooze in the afternoons. I just have such low energy because of the dialysis, etc. So I always seem to have a little snooze most days. Just writing about Mark going breakfast without me. How mean. Don't remember what I was doing on the keyboard. And writing down that my lateral flow test was negative. Coming to the end of the video now. It's a good job because my stomach's just started rumbling. I need to have something to eat and a nap. And there we go. That's it for today. Thanks for watching.